will not know this. Why is it Tellington TTouch? The second T in TTouch stands for trust. Trust. And we talk to our bodies as though they are intelligent, which they are. Every cell is a genius, as Joan King writes, is what we now call the heart hug. Just put your hands on your chest and just move the skin. This basic 1 1/4 circle. Now, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, you imagine the face of a clock. Now, the reason we imagine the face of a clock is when you put imaginary numbers on that face of that clock, like take it off the school wall, I think you all still have those, and put it here on your chest. You're looking from the outside in. 6 is toward the ground, logical. 9 to the right shoulder, 12. And as I say these numbers, 12, chin, 3, left shoulder. Why is that important? Because the numbers and the method activate your logical brain, your left brain. And the reason that unfounded fears, or these looping thoughts that we all have a tendency to get, that you can't stop. When we bring in the logic, okay, clock, numbers, and then we imagine the face of the clock. Anything to do with imagination activates the right brain. So we've got the left brain. Suddenly we're logically, hey, how are we doing this? Okay. Now, when anything we imagine activates our right brain. And when we just cup your hand, just slightly, instead of flattening it, if you flatten it, try flattening your fingers. And you see, it's not very comfortable, is it? You can feel the tightness in those fingers. Some of you may feel actually a little stuff in your joints. So just lightly curve your hand. And we actually call that, I named that the abalone touch, because abalones like stick to the rocks and they have this muscle under here. So it's like, and the middle of the hand will not be touching, usually, in this spot. So you just, from 6 o'clock, just take the tissue now, and we'll go first clockwise, just from the 6 up to 9, 12, 3, 6, 9. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through pursed lips. Now, for those of you who don't know why we're doing this, let me tell you what we have discovered when we're in those looping thoughts or we're in a place of fear. It's the limbic system that is in control. The sympathetic nervous system, that fight, flight, freeze, faint, in horses or dogs, it's fool around. No, that's true. When we move the tissue in this logical 1 1/4 ways, in whatever direction you prefer, it's your choice. Start at 6, catch the tissue, 1 circle and a quarter. Stop at 9. Let's do it the other direction. Feel how that goes. From 6 up to 3, your left shoulder, up to your chin, right shoulder, down and back up. Stop at left. Now it's 1 1/4 and pause, stop there. Now, what's really interesting, when we do this, just 2 or 3 times, what we just have discovered is that you can stop those looping thoughts and you can stay present. And what it does, it puts you in heart coherence, in the state of the parasympathetic rest and recovery. And Heart Math Institute, if you don't know Heart Math Institute, Google them right after this, because they have every week, they have wonderful presentations from leading visionaries from around the planet. And they've done this wonderful work showing, and they do it with breathing and freeze frame. They do it with breathing and gratitude. We add the circle and a quarter, because you can be in a deep state of panic, and just by moving that tissue and adding the smile, moving the tissue, adding the smile activates our feel-good hormone, serotonin. And moving, the gentle movement of the tissue activates the oxytocin, the trust hormone. So we begin to trust our body. And it just 1.25 circles. Now, you know, if for some reason it's not comfortable for you on your chest, you can do this on your belly too. Because of this amazing vagus system tree that comes up from belly and connects all of this stuff, which is, now we understand why our ear TTouch works and why this stuff that we do on the body has such a profound effect. This 1.25 basic circle, that's the golden ratio. I wrote it down because I always have trouble. Fibonacci spiral. It's the spiral that is in all of nature. It's this golden ratio. And when the spiral happens naturally, because each new cell is formed after a turn. And the fact is, this is totally natural, this 1.25 circle. It's in all of nature.